Hello, mathematicians. Welcome to session 1 of lesson 30. We're in geometry now. So today we're going to learn about points, lines, rays, and angles. So these are all geometric words you need to know, understand, and be able to utilize. So here's the beginning warm-up. It says draw a square, draw a rectangle, draw a triangle, which I know is going to be easy for you to do. So go ahead and give that a go. But as you're drawing them, think about the sides and think about the angles and think about the definitions. So I'm drawing mine the best I can. I'm going to put a little corner in there. Lots of different kinds of triangles. So maybe draw a couple of them. The way you classify shapes, these two-dimensional shapes, is by looking at the sides and by looking at the angles. So that is important to know for geometry. Try it problem. Make sense of the problem. Tracy tries to teach her younger sister how to draw a rectangle. Tracy tells her, draw a shape with 4 straight sides. Tracy's sister draws the shape shown. The drawing of the shape includes 4 straight sides, but it is not a rectangle. How can Tracy make her directions more clear? So it's a geometry problem, but you still want to give you the 3 reads. So first read, what is it about? Tracy teaching her sister how to draw the shape of a rectangle. Didn't turn out. Second read, what are we trying to find out? Tracy tries to teach her younger sister how to draw a rectangle. Tracy tells her, draw a shape with 4 straight sides. Tracy's sister draws a shape shown. This drawing of the shape includes 4 straight sides, but it is not a rectangle. How can Tracy make her directions more clear? So we're trying to find out how to be more specific with our directions with geometry. Last read is what information is important. Tracy decides to teach her younger sister how to draw a rectangle. That sounds important. Let's go to my highlighter. Yeah, it's a rectangle. Tracy tells her, draw a shape with 4 straight sides, which is true. Tracy's sister draws the shape shown. The drawing of the shape includes 4 straight sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it is not a rectangle. Okay, on the next one, so that's our important information. You might have on a digital geoboard. Chanel strips are like pipe cleaners, things that you can bend around. Rulers, grid paper, drawing paper. Use what you have to help out and solve this problem. So yes, how can we be more clear? To be more clear, this was really helpful that it was 4 straight sides. So we want to have 4 straight sides. That's also 4 straight sides and not a rectangle. So let's just talk about the angles. So if we want 4 straight sides, then you also want opposite sides parallel. And then what kind of angles do we want? Right angles. So those are some words you might add. You need 4 right angles. That's very specific. You need opposite, we can do it that way, opposite sides parallel. That's the symbol for parallel, 2 lines like that. It means parallel. So the opposite sides are parallel, equal distance apart, and then you get 4 right angles. Okay, and 4 sides. You don't have to have congruent sides. You can, because a square is a rectangle. So do you agree with me? Why or why not? I agree with you because. Okay, what else would you have said? Some of you might have said 2 pairs the same length. That would work. Or opposite sides the same length. Opposite sides congruent. You could add that in. All right. Explain how Tracy can make her directions more clear. Oh, that's what we just did. Okay. Yes, so we'll just put it in here again. So to be more clear, I I guess the easiest way to remember, to be more clear, is say something about the angles, say something about the sides. Okay, so specify angles. All right, and specify sides. Sides and angles is how you look at shapes. Okay, so for the sides, we want 4 sides, opposite sides, parallel. We want a closed shape, right? We don't want it to be something like 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Those aren't parallel, but yeah, we want a closed shape. So we said stuff about, oh no, we didn't say anything about the angles. We said stuff about the sides, 4 sides, opposite sides, parallel. So then I would add in the angles. What kind of angles does it have to be a rectangle? Yep, we need 4 right angles. That's being specific. I don't know if it's going to let me highlight that and bullet. Bullets are nice. All right, there we go. Next. Number 2, connect. Make connections and explain your thinking. So looking ahead, certain words in geometry are used to describe shapes in detail. Read each description and use it to label the point or points in the figure to the right. Okay. Certain words in, okay, so a single point in space, a dot can show you a point. You can name a point with a capital A, such as point A. So it's just giving you, this isn't like a match across. This is literally, this one's going to be that one. And you want to use capital letters when you do geometry. You just put a capital A there. You can name it any letter. They're just suggesting that you call this one A, point A. So that's a point, labeling points. So the line segment has 2 points, okay, like an A and a B are the 2 points, endpoints of a line segment. And then you write the line segment as AB. Okay, so see how it has it in quotes here? Line segment AB is AB. So the way you would write that is you take your pencil and you put capital A, capital B, and then that means line segment. Notice at the top, there's no arrows. It's just a line. Part of a line is line segment AB, okay, which is the same as line segment BA, just goes the other way. But it's the same piece. All right, a line has the arrows. Okay, we talked a little bit about that before. And you can use the same points. So you can label point A, label point B. This one is called a line, not a line segment, because it goes on forever and ever. And the way to write the line is A, B with the arrow on top. So literally the picture is the symbol that you put on top of your points. All right, that is correct for the line. Now this one, next one is array, and they're going to call it also AB. But you can use other letters. They're just using A and B over as an example. Other letters work too, just always capital letters. And to write ray, AB, capital A, capital B, and then the arrow goes one way. You want to make sure that that point that doesn't have the arrow above it, see how A has the point endpoint, A has the endpoint, B has the arrow. Okay, so you cannot flip this one around because that's not the same. That is not right. That's a non-example. Next one, raised lines or line segments that meet at a common point or vertex form an angle. Okay, so this point right here where they meet right there, that's the vertex. You can write it as angle A as, okay, so they want us to label this with letters again. So we'll put the letters that they are doing C, A. They're giving the vertex A, and it does matter the order. The order does matter, and again, it must be capitals. Very important. So this is angle AB or BAC. See the 2 ways that they give there? And you just put this little tiny symbol of angle. Oops. I could write angle CAB, and it has to be in order. The A has to be in the middle because the A is the vertex. Or you could call this angle BAC. So see how A is in the middle? That's how you get those angles there. So this is important geometry you'll need to know for the rest of your life. Reflect. Does a rectangle contain lines or line segments? What would you call those? I agree. They are line segments. And why are they line segments? Why is this a segment? We've got 4 line segments. Why? Because they are part of a line. They do not go on forever and ever. Okay. Line segments make up a rectangle. All right, for vocabulary on page 647. So this is page 647. Prepare for points, lines. Okay, we got to put these words in here, which is pretty much the words we just went over. So let me type them in here and you can get them in your book on page 647. We've got the word point, and then you need the word line segment, and then next is line, next is ray, and then angle. Okay, and you should be able to do all of that quite easily because it's just on the other one. So put it in your own words, give an example, and that can just be a picture, right? So that's easy. There's a point, there's a picture. And you probably want to do a labeling. Maybe you want to call it A, or maybe you want to give it, capital letter of your name. Really, it can be whatever capital letter of the alphabet you want to use. Lines are going to have 2 points, but then, so remember, it's the actual points that are being labeled. The points get labeled, but it creates line CB because the line extends through points C and B. So this one is CB, right? Okay, and then the angle, remember angles can be any 3 ways. It's often 2 rays brought together like that. But you do need 3 points. Remember that the letters, that's probably the biggest thing that people will make a mistake on. Let's do X, Y, Z. Okay, so that is angle X, Y, Z. Because the Y needs to be in the middle because the Y is the vertex. So there's a few examples. I think you can fill out the rest yourself, and you can finish on your own page 647 and 648. Nice job, mathematicians. Bye.